Good morning, MLT here. Time to get ready to go to work again. I'm gonna, let's see, that's not, which primer was I gonna use? Not that one. I was gonna use this e.l.f. Power Grip primer plus, okay, you know what I did? I got me another pair of glasses. I know a lady in the comments said she had 5 pairs, and I now have 5 pairs. I have a pair at work, I have a pair in my purse, I have a pair in the living room, I have one in my church bag, and now I have these that's going to stay in here. So these are $1.25. Actually, I got these for 62 cents because my local Family Dollar did have some Dollar Tree stuff, and they put it all half price. But anyway, Power Grip Primer plus 4% niacinamide from e.l.f. Little sample that I got when I placed an order. So I don't think I've tried this yet, so we're gonna give it a shot, see how it does. Oh, I don't want to come out. Let's see if that, oh, okay. Oh my, it's really sticky. It is a Power Grip, all right. Wowee, I'll get a little bit more. It's so sticky and thick it don't want to come out of the bottle. Okay. Oh my. Oh yeah, that is really, I think that's even more than that green one. Now we'll give it a shot, see how it does. That makeup is not going anywhere once it's on there. Let me get a little hand wipe here, wipe that off my hands, my goodness. Ooh, that is some sticky stuff. Okay, so there's that. Then we need to use our Milani eyeshadow primer, and I did yesterday ordered me an e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. I just had to. I just have to see how it is. Don't take much of this. So I had some Christmas money, so I placed me an e.l.f. order, and so that should be coming in the next week or so, and I'll show you that stuff. I think it was a lot of it was lipstick and that eyeshadow primer. I got their new concealer they just came out with. Apparently that's the wrong lid because it's not going on there. See these lids? They I was trying to put the wrong one on the wrong bottle. Okay, let's put that stuff away. Got that done. Okay, next. Wow. I hope that stuff dries down. I got it on my eyebrows. They're not going to be going nowhere either. Okay, so let me see. Eyeshadow. You know what I did? I picked out my foundation, my blush, my powder, but no eyeshadow. So let's see. What did I use yesterday? Oh, I know what it was. Because I do have on the same shirt I wore yesterday because, like I said in my video yesterday, I wear them to church, come home, hang them up, and then wear them again to work the next day because they're certainly not dirty. So I had used this Caopine, the green one. There we go. And I think on my eyes, yeah, I think I had used the other Caopine on the all over. So we'll start with that. This light color here. Get my brush. Let's see, where is that brush? There again, I still need to go through those and put half of them up. I have way too many brushes. I'll never use them all. Because, you know, it seems like we get our favorite brushes and that's the ones we use over and over. Or I have found that to be the case with me. I try other brushes, but then I go back to these because I like them the best. Okay, so there's that, just as a base. Then I'm going to go into this Caopine. My granddaughter said this was Chinese, that writing on the back. So anyway, I don't know. I certainly can't read it. So I'm going to go in here to this color here. I thought maybe it was Korean. I'll just go by the K. Look at that. Yeah, you know, that's how logical I am. That's what she said, that it was Chinese. And she studies these kind of languages, so she probably is right. I mean, she usually knows the difference between like Chinese and Japanese, which I don't. But she usually can tell somehow. Something to do with the symbols, and I don't know all that. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to take another brush and go down here into this little bit darker color. It's not a whole lot darker. Put it over in here. Oops, about forgot where I was. But anyway, I really like this eyeshadow. It works really well. And if you saw my video yesterday, I ordered me 2 more. I got me a purple and a blue. So we'll be trying those out probably this week. There. Okay, then I'm going to go over here into the darkest color. I think I'm going to leave off the shiny today. I didn't think that worked too well yesterday. Of course, it was there, so I left it, but I think I'm going to leave that off today. I don't feel like being so shiny. Not today. It will just be green. And that, is it the Grinch says it's not? No, maybe it's Kermit. Kermit the Frog. It ain't easy being green. I don't know. I don't know if Sesame Street even comes on anymore, does it? It probably does. I hope it does. You know, a lot of the old shows are gone, but they still come on some of the other channels I've seen. Like you can see Tom and Jerry and Woody the Wood. No, not that. What's that? The coyote that's chased by the road. Yeah, the Roadrunner. That's it. You can still see those on some of the channels. They still come on, which is good. But you know, kids these days, all they're concerned about is electronic stuff. They don't care about stuff like that. So, what are you gonna do? Okay, that's enough of that. Go back to that first brush. I need to get my little cleaner, and I know I just had it sitting here because it's got just a dab of that light green on it. I want to get that off. Go back into that light color. Put some up here. I don't think I'm going to blend because I'll do a little bit with this brush, but this is so light that if I try to blend it too much, it wipes it off. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and then I need to put something on the lid. So I was going to use that first color. I forgot this one right here. See if we can get some to come out. It don't show up very much. And I'm rubbing my finger in there pretty hard. But it'll do. It'll be all right. There we go. There's that. Today is Monday for me. It'll be Wednesday, I think, when you see this video. But it is so cold here, and it's supposed to be. I'm thinking the highs are only going to be in the 40s, low 40s, which is really cold for us. And then they say there's snow heading this way. And you know me, I hope so, but I doubt it. We probably won't get it. I got to not get my hopes up. Okay, so there's that. We'll do our eyebrows. I used that Maybelline yesterday. I'm going to use it again. I really like this thing. This Maybelline Express Brow. I've been using it a lot, haven't I? So let's see. I hadn't got me one of those Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'll have to wait for a good sale on that. And two, one of you mentioned in the comments about no makeup, something like that. And I looked at that, and that's, yeah, I had to find a really, really good sale on that one before I'd buy it. It's not an inexpensive brand. I didn't even know there was a brand called that. You know, I've seen videos, but I hadn't watched them where it'll say the no makeup look, and I thought, well, that's just the way they put their makeup on. But there actually is makeup called that. I saw it. You could get it on QVC, but it still is like, I'm thinking like $80 or something. Yeah. There we go. Now I'm going to use the other end. And I need to use up some of what I have before I get anything else, she says. Again. She says again. But it's true, I really do. Okay. From my eyelashes, just a dab. I'm going to take a drink of coffee first. 6:20 in the morning here. No Oliver. He's in there in his bed. He wouldn't come. Sometimes he'll change his mind and come later, but on my early videos, he normally don't. And this is the early one. He goes, I get up, I let him outside to use the bathroom, and then he comes back in and goes right back to bed. Which, you know, I guess we all would if we could. They have such an easy life, don't they? Get their food and water furnished for them. Get treats, yeah. Only downside to that is they have to eat the same food over and over, don't they? Which my grandson does that too, so. Anyway, I don't know how I get off track on all this stuff. I used that brown yesterday. I'm not using that today. I'm going to go back to my green Lash Princess. Well, it's black mascara, but it has green design on it. I didn't care for that brown too much. I've used it a couple times now, so I don't know. I don't know about that one. It just doesn't show up for me. And, you know, maybe it's because I got this permanent eyeliner. I don't know. Maybe it's because my eyelashes, a lot of them are solid white. I don't know. Well, I've actually watched a little short the other day, and a girl was talking about the Essence Lash Princess mascaras, and she said this was the only good one, the one with the green on it, so she may be right. I don't know. She said, make sure you get the one with the green. I've only tried this one in that brown, well, it's brown, brown container with pink on it, and yeah, I may try it again one day. We'll see. We shall see. I probably will. I'll leave it sitting there in my vanity, and I'll probably grab it up again one day and try it again. Just not today. Okay, there we go. There's that. Yeah, that's better. Oh, I see a glob of eyeshadow over here on the side of my nose I need to get off. Let me just take care of that. Oh, I need to use my under eye brightener. I'll do that next. Yeah. There we go. Now, there we go. I'm going to next use, before I forget, my Catrice under eye brightener. I used this one today, the pink one. I used that orangey looking color yesterday, and it worked just fine. Like I say, I think my skincare has been helping my under eyes a whole lot. But I do a lot of different things. And, you know, I keep trying different things, but I think what I'm doing right now is probably about the best. I am using, in the mornings, I, of course, wash my face. And then I put on some of that Thayer's Milky Toner. Then I have some vitamin E serum I got from the Dollar Tree. It came from the Dollar Tree. I put that on. And then what else do I do? I put on moisturizer. Here lately I've been using this e.l.f. Holy Hydration Moisturizer because I have it in here. And I've been using it. And under my eyes, I have a product that I purchased off of Laura Geller called Bliss, and it's a little blue container, a little pump thing, and you roll it under your eyes. And then I have my Strivectin neck cream I put on my neck. I think that's all. You're like, that's enough. Well, no, compared to some people, that's not much, but it works for me, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so next I'm going to use L'Oreal True Match Makeup Foundation, Powder, and Blush today, but I don't think I have a L'Oreal concealer. So I'll just get this little tart shaped, but no, it's not a shape tape. Little sample, little bitty bottle, but I like it. It's got my glasses laying right here. You know, I think these glasses look like a man. Oh well, I just grabbed them right quick. It don't matter. Creaseless Creamy Tarte. And Light Natural. Wow, I can actually see the color. 220 maybe? 22N. Light. It's either neutral or natural, but you see how little that. Even with glasses, I still need a magnifying glass. So we'll put some of that on. I think I said in another video, I do want to get some of this when I find it on a good, you know, a sale. This past year they had, Tarte had a sale where you could, if you bought 4 products, you got them all 50% off. So yeah, I like that deal. I'll wait for that again. Got plenty to do me. I got that whole bottle of Shape Tape. I used it yesterday. It did just fine. Like I say, the key to that one was to use the sponge on it after I put it on. That seemed to work for me. But I like this one better than the Shape Tape even. It's creaseless, creamy creaseless, whatever it is. But it's $32, so I will be waiting for a sale. Because I think that's too much. When you have all these other brands that work just as well. You know, and that's $32 for a concealer. May not sound like much to some people because I know they use the Charlotte Tilbury, Dior, YSL, all those real expensive Gucci. Yeah, I don't have none of that. No, I don't have any of it. Okay, let's see. Okay, then my sponge. Get it out over here and dab that around a little bit. That just seems to make a big difference for me. Especially on those under eyes. And I guess because it goes in, it pushes it in maybe. I don't know. I'm making that up. And picks up any extra. For my foundation, I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation in N1. Here I go again. N1 Neutral Light. I had ordered this off of Amazon. I think I've only used it once, and I didn't like it as good as the Infallible, but I'm going to try it again. Squirt some of that on. Take my concealer brush. Not concealer brush. I just used my foundation brush. BK Beauty 101. And I think in my video yesterday I said brush I used was a Laura Geller, but it wasn't. It was a BK Beauty. When I went back and watched my video, I'm like, that's not a Laura Geller brush. I don't know why I said that. Oh, because that's what I thought it was. That's why I said, but it wasn't. Because I had picked up my my Chemis that I use for my contour and blush, and it was still wet from where I'd washed it the day before. Okay, a little bit more up here. I don't know why I didn't really like this one last time. It seems to be doing just fine. And you know, it could be the primer too. If so, that primer works really good because it's went on really well. Yeah, that worked out good. Good color. It's a little glowy, a little shiny, but not too bad. Take my sponge again and dab around on that. I just heard it dong 6:30. Be time for my grandson to get up. We'll be off next Monday for Martin Luther King Day, so that'll be nice. There. Okay. And then, as I said, I've got a L'Oreal True Match blush and a True Match powder, but I don't have a bronzer. I don't know. I don't know how I missed that, or if I do, I don't know where it is. So let's see. I've got this Focalure sitting here, so I will just use the bronzer out of it, the one in the middle. Try my brush. Surely it's dry by now. After 2 days, it certainly should be. Oh yeah, it is. Get it in my hair. Well, you know, that might not be bad. Cover up some of that gray. That's where I have the most gray, is right there. I mean, of course, I have it up here too, but it's the most I have is on the sides. And I've seen people do that. I've seen people take makeup and cover up their gray. I've never tried it because, you know, I don't care. It's there. It ain't hurting nothing. You know, I may change my mind later on, but I doubt it. kind of nice not to have to worry about getting that hair colored and worrying about the roots. You know, I just let it do what it wants to do. and it's okay. Okay. So then I'm going to take this L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Blush for the Jus, and I don't know what color. I don't know. I don't see a color on there. Anyway, that's what we're using. Looks like this. Real pretty pink color. Flip that brush over. Oh, and I changed the setting on my GoPro because this lady said that my videos were distorted. So I took her suggestion and made that change. So we'll see if that makes a difference. I hadn't noticed that it was like that, so we'll see. Yeah, my husband's getting my grandson up. He'll be saying, I don't want to go to school. He says that, and then I say, I don't want to go to work either, but you know, we got to do it. There's that. I'm going to take my L'Oreal True Match pressed powder. Yeah, I don't see colors on these. I'm sure they have them, I just don't know where it is. Oh, look at that. I didn't even know that was under there. Has a little powder puff and a mirror. And then the powder's up in here. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to use one of these little powder puff thingies my daughter got me for Christmas. It came in a little container, Face Made, it said. I don't know if she got them at the Dollar Tree, but she goes there a lot. I've always given her a hard time about going to the Dollar Tree, but you know, now I've got to where I go all the time too, so. So maybe where she got them, I don't know. That worked good for that. Now I'm going to take my powder brush and go under there. And as you know, I prefer loose powders, but I got this one, so I'm going to use it. It seems to work pretty well, as far as I can tell. Have to make sure I get right up in there on that shiny forehead. I never know how to say that. Okay, there's that. Do our bottom lashes with our mascara. We're just about ready. Yep, 22, almost 23 minutes. Oh, look at that, right off. I got in a hurry. Slow down, we got time, Mamaw. Yeah, now I'm gonna have to fix that. Oh dear. Okay. I'm going to go fix that under my eye, dry my hair, fix my hair, put on lipstick, and I'll be right back. Before I go do my hair, I forgot my setting spray. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible because I have work today, so this has got to last about 10 hours on my face. Tried fixing that under my eye. Okay, here goes. There we go. So there's that. Now I'll go do my hair and be right back. Okay, so here's my finished look for today. I added an e.l.f. lip liner called Cinematic, and I added a Revlon lipstick called Nude Heaven. So that's it for today, and I'll see you next time.